retirement tax bomb.
Yeah, the retirement tax bomb right here. Uncle Sam is your partner in all these retirement accounts. And it really doesn't seem like an issue for people until they start getting closer to retirement. You kind of put money out of your paycheck into your retirement accounts. And now as you get close to retirement and you're doing planning, well, wait a minute, this is taxable?
Yeah.
And I think when people start to look at that, there's a difference of needs and wants. And the idea of what is the money, the value. I have $1 million, I have $2 million, I have $3 million.
It's just a number.
It's just a number. It's really meaningless to say, well, what the income is going to provide you a lifestyle. What is the income that will provide the lifestyle that you want?
Plus, we're going to have the money grow and grow and grow. Uncle Sam, he loves that. He loves the fact that you continue to grow your account. Who wouldn't want $1 million in their IRA account?
True.
$2 million in their IRA account.
Every time another zero is added to a retirement account, that's more taxation that the IRS is going to get.
Yeah.
So they're very profitable vehicles for Uncle Sam.
If you don't have a plan, you have a plan to fail. So if you're more worried about the return of your money than the return on your money, that volatility can really hit home, right?
And people are always like getting advice from the water cooler, if you will. Like Joe said, turn it on as soon as possible. Right?
We see that all the day.
Yes.
I mean, you have all these different ages, right? So the earliest you can turn it on is 62, right? The latest, I guess you don't have to turn it on, but the latest is what, 70?
70, okay.
And then your full retirement age is somewhere in between, depending on the year you were born, right? So, and each one of those dates and stages comes with a good part and a bad part.
Correct.
Okay.
The myth also is that when you're retired, you're going to have a lower tax bracket, right? Well, let's walk through why that's not the case. All your majority of your deductions are gone in retirement. So the idea is that you want a building block, put this whole puzzle together to get the lifestyle that you want. But as Adam said, as he was going on and on about, I don't know what he was going on about, but ultimately, it's all about your income needs. So we have clients right now that have about an $80,000 a year income, and they live their best life in retirement. They are doing everything they want. It fit their budget. They go to Florida for a few months in the winter. They see their grandkids, all of this. Then we have other clients that have a $300,000 a year retirement. They've got a huge pension from a big publicly traded company, and they're always broke. They spend, and they didn't create their income plan to fit their goals in retirement.
Living within their means either. They've called it the greatest trick ever played on the public, because what they did is they swapped out pensions for these 401ks, 403bs, 457 plans. Now, the idea behind it was wonderful. It's almost a forced savings, right? You're forcing people more or less to start savings. And in fact, they said, hey, wait a minute, as a company, we'll help contribute to it too. They'll do a thing called matching. So that's great. But what they didn't really expect was this explosion in terms of not only were people putting in, but think about when, for somebody like me, maybe I started in the 80s, right? Started putting in little by little, more by more. And suddenly now I have a 401k that's worth over $2 million, $3 million, not expecting that even in my remote mind back in the early 80s.
Well, and that's the big misconception is people don't realize that every dollar inside of those retirement accounts are 100% taxable as ordinary income to you, right?
Wow.
So every time you add a zero to that, 401k, let's say at the end of the year, I've made another 10,000 or 100,000 or whatever it may be, that's just more tax that you're going to owe, and you're going to be forced to start taking money out down the line. So put a vision together with what we want to do in retirement.
And it's not just that, but it's also having a plan that can zig when life throws you zags and stuff like that.
Yes.
You have to be able to maneuver.
Very few streets or roads are straight.
Yeah, it's
You're
true.
right.
They're winding, and you have to have a plan that's going to absorb or deflect things that come at you in different ways.
Why is Social Security having such issues?
Let's go back to when Social Security was started.
Yes, I was there.
1935. Adam was a little guy. And what a great business model.
Yeah.
We're going to start this situation where we've got 42 people putting into this pool of money and only one person
Taking
pulling out. 42 to 1 was the ratio when they started it.
In fact, it's such a great deal, we're going to cover the spouse at half of whatever that guy is going to do.
Pretty generous of you.
I hope you are leaning in to listen to this part, because this is something that what you just don't want to do with your kids, right?
Oh, the worst thing you can do financially for your children is give them your retirement account.
Right. And I know people out there in the audience hear annuities and immediately they, I don't want to hear about annuities.
Hey, guess what? Social Security is an annuity.
A
And
pension.
essentially, a pension in one way is a
an annuity.
version of annuity.
Yeah.
Pooled risk that they're paying lifetime payments with.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of different tools out there. As Adam always says, you don't just build a house with a hammer and nails. You look at use all the tools
that are
towards the plan.
available. Yeah.
So I have to ask you a question. Why do most retirees end up with most of their money in tax-deferred accounts, deferring the tax down the road? Why is that a common thread that we're seeing?
Yeah.
I think it's a misconception because people think, oh, I'm going to put money into this 401k or IRA and I'm going to get rid of my taxes. Well, it lowers your taxable income of that year, but really it potentially increases your tax down the line. So you're kicking the can down the street, if you will. The emotion of a loss impacts you more than the high of a gain, right?
That's true.
Emotionally. We can't live on Social Security alone, right?
Right.
So we have to maximize what we get on Social Security, but we have to look at our other sources of income,
Okay.
right?
Right.
And so if we trigger it too early, as you just said, we might cause excess tax and then ultimately cause Social Security to be taxed,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
If you look at it, even in a up year, let's say, the market will be down at different points throughout that year. I mean, the ROI, it's a mental shift, an emotional shift as well, going from accumulation to distribution.
Well,
Yes.
ROI is return on investment, isn't it?
Yeah, that's when you're going up the mountain, when you're accumulating. Let's try to grow those buckets. ROI in retirement is now reliability of income. And all of this, how many times do we get asked this question, Adam? What's the number? What's my number? What do I have to retire? Is it $1 million? Is it $2 million? Is it $3 million?
And the answer is?
There is no number.
I don't know.
Why aren't people taking advantage of Roth conversions? Because their
Yes.
advisors are not talking about it. And why is that? Either they don't understand them, their employer won't allow them to discuss taxes because they're not properly licensed, which our office is properly licensed to talk about taxation and tax planning.
Yes.
Or more importantly, the big advisors, if you convert dollars from a pre-tax IRA to a tax-free Roth, there's a big chunk that's owed in taxes, Cynthia.
Yep.
They're going to have a lot less money to manage if I'm an advisor XYZ over here at a brokerage house.
Yes.
And so a lot of the big firms, I don't want to pick on any individual ones, won't even allow their advisors to go down the road of Roth conversions because it's going to lower their assets under management.
Oh,
if you follow
wow.
my train of thought.
I
you mean
totally
like
do.
Smorgan Manley?
Hey, we'll try to buy a boat. And then what happens with a boat? The
Right,
two
right.
happiest
Days of your life is when you buy the boat and when you sell
you
the
sell
boat.
the boat.
Right, and you
True.
rarely make money on a boat purchase, right?
I'm doing great. I'm just trying to not make any mistakes on television today, on live television. I was told I would be in trouble if I did.
Nope, not going to be in trouble.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Okay, well
yeah.
then I'm great.
Okay, good.
I
Yay.
got my fingers crossed.
Okay. I love this.
So when you look at it, in retirement, the issue really becomes when you start taking money out. When you
Yes.
get to the distribution phase. And what is that?
Yes.
That's retirement, guys, right? So accumulation are your working years. Distribution is your retirement years. What accounts are going to take money out? How is it going to be treated? And what happens if the market's down that particular day that we take money out?
Yes.
And 62% say they would stop using their current financial professional if they didn't help them navigate the current tax environment strategy.
Wow.
Yeah, in retirement, 30% tax savings, let's say, it becomes way more valuable than a 6, 7, 8, 9% stock return.
Right.
And it's a mind shift for a lot of people. And a lot of people wait and get to the point where, oh man, I haven't done any tax planning. We need to jump in and figure that out.
Yeah. If you claim it too early and you're still working, that's a no-no. That can be an uh-oh.
Okay.
You have to give back essentially about half of what you make over a certain threshold.
Right.
So you don't want to
don't wanna do that.
turn on Social Security if you're still working.
That is correct.
Here's the bill that goes with it. And that's what you're doing when you give your
true.
retirement account to your kids. You're giving them a giant tax bill because they pay income tax at their level on your retirement,
Yep.
which could jack up their retirement, their bracket, their tax bracket of what they're paying on their current salary. And what happens if the market's down that particular day that we take money out?
Yes,
right. I don't know.
Income really becomes the outcome.
Right.
And how much can you create out of whatever you do have? Like we had a gentleman that came in and said, my income plan, I have $2 million and it can generate $60,000 a year in what we think is an income guess. And I said, well, we might be able to show you how with $1 million,
Yeah.
you could generate $80,000. More income on less
That's
dollars.
money.
So then it really doesn't matter how much you have in total assets.
Right.
It's about what income that you can guarantee.
Which also frees up the other $1 million to grow.
Pretty generous.
But wait a minute, we're going to put a little fine print in there that you can't turn it on until 62.
Right.
But what was the life expectancy in 1935?
Right. 62 was a gift.
64 was a life expectancy.
Right.
So think about it. We have 42 people putting in for every one pulling out. They can't pull that money out until they're 62 and they'll be passed away by the time they're 64.
Yep.
What a very profitable venture.
Now
Let's look
fast
at
forward.
what that is today.
Yeah.
Yes.
But like you said, everyone's situation is different. Their deductions they have, their tax, the property tax, the mortgage interest, the kids that they have, their charitable deductions. We take the tax return and upload it into our software, and we can project different levels of Roth conversions to say, let's not trigger too much tax. Let's do it efficiently.
So that's having a well-designed plan. So if you have that, then why do so many people guess about their income in retirement? Why is there a guess?
Well, they're not working with a distribution specialist.
Yeah.
Their advisor is an accumulation specialist.
Plain and simple.
And it's a guess. They're going to stumble down that mountain and see if they make it down safely. Like they say in real mountain climbing, over 90% of all the deaths happen on the way down.
Yes.
Because they don't change their fundamentals and their principles. So
Right.
working with a firm that specializes in distribution planning like ours is how you get down that mountain safely.
Right.
Adam, I love your hat.
Uh-oh, Uncle
That
Sam
is a very-
I'm
Uncle
Uncle
Sam has
Sam.
joined us in the studio.
I'm Uncle
Wow.
Sam, and I do not want you to do anything with Roth. Keep growing that IRA account because I get more money in the future, and I want to raise taxes in the future.
We always use the saying of ROI takes on a different meaning
Yeah.
in retirement, right? Before you retire, ROI is what, Adam?
Return
on investment,
That's
yeah.
trying to grow it, right? But in retirement, ROI now is reliability of income.
Ah.
But
Okay.
really the biggest one is just tell me the date you're going to pass away.
Yeah. If you
Right?
can tell us that.
If
Right?
you tell us
Who knows
that,
that?
it makes it so much easier. So we obviously don't know that. No one knows that. So we,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a plan, that's an income guess. And the statement isn't a plan either, right?
No, it's not.
I don't have enough
don't have
money.
the
I've
right.
been taught so much
Correct.
that I need to save, save, save. I don't know how to spend. I don't know if I don't want to make the wrong move.
Right.
Which bucket do I take money out of? When do I turn on Social Security? If I have a pension, which option do I elect? All of these things create a tremendous amount of fear, and then it doesn't give the clients the ability to visualize, as we're talking about today, what their retirement really looks like.
Now,
Yes,
look,
yes.
I am telling you, if you're at home listening to this and you're thinking to yourself, wait a minute, my advisor has never talked about this, or my advisor says, don't worry about this. You need a second opinion.
So putting together a actual written distribution plan is not as easy as some people think, but we can show you how to do it.
Thank you for being with us on today's show. And Adam, it was scary to me. I'm going to ask you to stop texting. Who are you texting?
Well, no, I was filling out the RIP report. I took a scan of it. I want the RIP report.
I love this.
We had a 55-year-old, same thing, $1 million, 25% tax bracket, 5% rate of return. That $1 million IRA costs them what, 1.6 or
Yeah,
1.7 million of total tax.
Ridiculous.
Versus that they convert, it's the same number, right?
Right.
25%
Wow.
of $1 million
Right.
is $250,000. That's nearly
Wow.
1.3 million in tax savings.
Yes.
So the calculator is free. Anyone can use it. Maintaxbill.com. It's a wonderful tool.
And you
really
said
is.
it goes to age 95?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm 5 years away from that.
Is Social Security taxable?
Yeah, maybe.
Yes and no.
Yes
Right.
and no. I was
It
gonna
can be
say.
or it cannot be. If you've done your plan, we could show you how to eliminate all taxes on Social Security.